Welcome to part 2 of this video on how to make Nigeria great. In part 1, I mentioned that Nigeria can become great. I mentioned 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I said the reason why I'm doing this video is because today is October 1, and this is the season of October 1, 2022. And October is the year of independence of Nigeria. Nigeria is 62 years of October 1, 2022. And I said I'm making this video so that future leaders of Nigeria can watch it and prepare themselves ahead. Current leaders can watch it and refocus and redirect, and everyone can watch it at different times to know where we are going. Everyone actually is a leader. If I can do this video and I'm imbibing some of the cultures in the video, you are watching the video, you do some of the things, because leadership can be 360. It's not only at the top, it can be at any point, any place around the 360. It's not just at the center. Welcome back. Now, how else can Nigeria become great? Nigeria can become great if every citizen studies in Nigeria. Every citizen studies in Nigeria. If all of us are studying primary school in Nigeria, secondary school in Nigeria, university education in Nigeria, every kind of education you want to have, you must have it in Nigeria. So that if you bring certificate from abroad, we take it as second and not the main one. But the certificate you bag in Nigeria is the main one, then that is how Nigeria can become great. This will imply that the government is going to take education seriously. The amount of money we spend in going to study abroad today, if we put that amount of money into the Nigerian economy, to the Nigerian educational system, you are going to be surprised at the massive change that is going to come. We say there's no infrastructures in schools, in universities, in everywhere, primary school, secondary school, university, polytechnic, college of education, no infrastructure, and other specialized schools. Yet, we take some of our countrymen, they go outside of the country to go and study. And what they are going to study can be studied right here in Nigeria, or should be studied right here in Nigeria. There's nothing that anyone wants to study anywhere that you should not be able to study in Nigeria if we take and do the serious things that we need to do. Now, let me go to the next point. Government funding of education should be robust. The United Nations have given that every nation should give a lot, about 25 or 26% of its budget to education. The importance of this cannot be overemphasized. If you build a house for a child can sell the house. The house, anything can happen to the house. But if you educate a child, once the child is educated, it is the child that is the Jagaban. It is the child that is the leader. It is the child that is the resource person. It is the child that is the one that can speak things, and another house is going to come up. So instead of building houses, building factories, building places, let us build our countrymen. Let us educate our countrymen. Formal education, informal education, serious education. If you are learning mechanically, learn it as if that is all you have to learn all over your life. If you are a student in the university, in the college of education, secondary school, in polytechnic, face the thing, and the lecturers too should impart them as if their whole life depends on it. But this boils down to the funding of education. Lecturers and teachers should be well motivated. The moment they are motivated, they are going to do what they're supposed to do. Then this product of these schools, how is government going to take them and move them and tap the knowledge that they have? That makes me to go to the next point. Every graduate should be engaged. Everyone that go to any kind of trade and learn a trade, government should engage them. They should have a particular kind of structure in place that no matter what you study, no matter what you do, polytechnic, college of education, you're an artisan, they must have provision to engage them. So provision should be made to engage every individual that have gone to school, whether they went to the basic school, the college, the university, education program, or polytechnic, or they did informal learning, they learned a trade. There must be a structure in place to engage them. You see, when people interact with books and interact with experts, they tap, many experts. Many people taught me in primary school. Many people taught me in secondary school. Many people taught me in my first degree. Many people taught me, we teach you in your second degree. Many people will teach you in your third degree. Then as they are teaching, you are also learning on your own. Learning. All those things accumulate and becomes you. And this you, government of Nigeria does not deem it fit to tap into these these individuals. The teaming you that come out every year of the university, come out of the basic school, come out of the college of education, come out of the polytechnic, come out of learning a trade. Government must begin to tap, must have a structure where anyone that come out, they will engage them so that whatever they have, and the knowledge that each of us have is different. The knowledge I have, even though we are in the same class, the knowledge I have is different, is distinct from the knowledge the other person have. It's distinct from the knowledge the other person have. This thing does not mean I'm the best. This thing does not mean he's the best. This thing does not mean she's the best. This thing means what I want to contribute to the country is different from what he want to contribute. It's different from what she want to contribute. Even though we are classmates, we hear the same thing, but we do not see the same thing. We see the same thing, but we don't interpret it the same way. We are in the same class, taught the same course, but we grab it differently, and then I can interpret it differently and give you a different product from the product this person will give, and the two products are going to be good. So, government should have a plan in place to tap into the knowledge base of every graduate that comes out of his higher institution and of all that skill acquisition networks all over the country. There must be a kind of program that anyone that come out must be engaged to contribute his own quota to the economy of the nation, his own quota to the development of the nation. It can be in different forms, and I'm going to elaborate on this in my next video. Another thing that government can do, or that we all can do as Nigerians to make Nigeria better and to make Nigeria great, is that we should go into mechanized farming. All the type of subsistence farming should stop. Mechanized farming should be taken seriously and should be the only thing engaged in Nigeria. A friend of mine traveled to the United States and he came back. He's a distant friend. We were just chatting online and he told me he traveled. When he came back, we were sharing. I asked him, what is the difference between here and there? He said the difference is much. He said one day he was sleeping in his room, and as he was sleeping, just hear crack outside. What is that? When he opened the louvers, it was a machine used to cut grass, and they have already mowed the grass, and now they are using that machine to do the culvert, where the brick is and the grass is. They're using that machine, so the machine was touching the brick. That's why they do crack. So anytime I touch the brick, it will crack because they are trying to cut it. And now compare with Nigeria, where people still use hoe and cutlass. They still use cutlass to cut grass. They still use hoe to do the covered areas. And then they will now sweep it and they go and throw it away. That friend talk about blower. When the leaves are falling, and then they get a blower. You don't use broom to be sweeping. Then 5 women will be sweeping, facing one direction to sweep. He said they will do for blower. Only one man will back the blower and will hold the mouth of the blower. And then we'll be blowing. Machine will be blowing the air through the blower, and it's holding it elongated, so it will be blowing the leaves, the dry leaves, blowing it and gathering it. And then it will spread a large cloth or kind of nylon on the floor. And then it will blow everything he has blown into that. And then it will fold it together, put it in a vehicle, and then it will drive off. Only him will cover that expanse for that day. Tomorrow, another expanse. Tomorrow, another expanse. This is how to engage human beings, not gathering people. 5 people will use cutlass, cut it. 5 people will sweep the place. 5 women sweep the place. We are underusing our resource persons. We are underusing our human resources. So we should look for ways to use them appropriately. Mechanized farming. You see people still carrying hoe and doing hoe and cutlass. Yes, you can do hoe and cutlass for the small land that is around your house. We should go into mechanized farming so that people do not even need to do anything outside their house. You know, in Nigeria, the day I heard that the Chinese are in Nigeria to farm, it rang a bell. What is Nigeria doing? That the Chinese is coming to your land. That means you're not using your land. The Chinese is coming to the land, to the country, to farm on the country. They will farm, they will harvest, they will take it back to China. because we don't know the value of what you have. Nigerians don't know the value of what you have. Arable land. Anywhere you put something in the soil to germinate. If you have a tractor per local government, a tractor per university, I'm just saying a tractor, tractors in each university, and then people, they are being farmed, the land, massive land are being farmed. The amount of food they are going to have in the market and everywhere in the country will be enormous. And nobody will be crying of hunger because the amount we're going to be buying food is going to crash. Common prosperity should be pursued more than individual prosperity. That is another thing. Common prosperity should be pursued in Nigeria much more than individual prosperity. What individual prosperity means that only one person among 1,000 made it succeeded. That one person is not going to enjoy that success. And that is what you are finding in Nigeria. But if out of 1,000 people, 900 are successful, 950 are successful, 990 are successful, then 10 are not successful, the impact of that 10 is not going to show. That is why some countries, we also have poor people there, but the poor people are being masked by the wealthy and rich people, so that you don't even see the poor people. The poor people are not really poor compared with what you have in countries that are developing. Take for instance, in some countries like Sweden, the poverty rate is less than 1%. That means poor people are less than 1%, but 99% of the population are wealthy and rich, comfortable. So only 1% are not comfortable. What is 1%? That means out of 100, only one person is not comfortable. That one person, out of that 99, somebody will be able to give him what is going to feed on. And he also will be comfortable. And then the country is going to move on. This is what Nigeria can do. Collective prosperity should be pursued more than individual prosperity, whereby one person amass most of the wealth. No. The wealth should be shared so that the wealth goes round a large number of people. That is how Nigeria can really make it and can really be what it ought to be. I'm going to stop here for the part 2, but part 3 is going to start after this part 2, and I'm going to upload it very shortly. So check it out, and I want to drop a comment in the comment section below. Ask a question in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video. I have made more than 500 videos already. Check them out, and together we shall make Nigeria great, and we shall see the goodness and the favor and the prosperity of Nigeria. I believe in Nigeria. I believe in you, and we are going to make it happen together. I will see you in the part 3 of this.